waves. I'm hoping he flinches again. That'd be great. I land the hypnosis. Perfect. Perfect. Can I get a flinch again? If I can get a flinch here, that'd be great. So I can get a free tailwind up. I get a flinch. Okay, we're doing really good. The luck's in our favor, y'all. The luck's in our favor. So I can tailwind here again, and then he's forced to protect. So I can just go for a heat wave here for some chip and break a possible sash. He surrenders. He surrenders because he got flinched to death. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet, Violet, Regulation H, VGC. The team I'm featuring for you guys today is probably one of the craziest teams I've featured in quite a while. It's a team actually, I think it placed top 2 in a Spain League Championship recently within like the last week or two. Depending on you guys are seeing this, it might be longer than that. I think at least I'm recording this, I think it was about a week and a half ago. But there's a lot of really cool stuff on this team. Specs, Dedenne, Alolan Dugtrio, Malamar, Leafeon, and a few other really cool things. So kind of wanted to feature this team for you guys and kind of break it down and talk about it because it's one of the more unique teams I've found for you guys, at least to feature recently. So, and I've seen a few other people feature this team and it kind of looked really fun to use. So figured I might as well feature for you guys. If you guys want to use this team, I don't have a pace, but there is a rental in the corner. This team might have a pace, I just don't have access to it. I'm not sure if it's locked behind a Patreon paywall or wherever the paste is, but I couldn't find it. It's probably online somewhere, but I'm not sure where to find it. I only have the pace for this team, so if you guys want to use this team, at least in-game, the rental's up in the corner. If you guys have anything you guys want to see me feature as well, at least team-wise, whether it's around a specific mod or one of your guys' own teams as well, always looking for different teams to feature. I'm kind of running low on teams that are at least interesting to feature for you guys, especially kind of going into like the last month and a half here of Regulation H before we go back to the dreaded restricted format here at the new year. So that being said, if there's anything you guys want to see me feature, let me know, or if you guys have any teams, let me, or possibly have me look at the teams. Hit me up on either Discord, X, or even just put the code for the rental down in the comments down below. That'd be great. Break this team down. There's a lot of crap I want to talk about with this team. It's actually really crazy. Got these choice specs Dedenne on this team, which kind of synergizes overall pretty well with the team, just mainly because you have the Noiver in there with telepathy, which doesn't take damage, and you also have the Dugtrio, which you can kind of just spam specs discharge alongside, which actually works pretty well. Apart from that, I think the main surprise, or like the main thing with this team that this team does really well, is it's full on like surprise factors. A lot of these mons on this team, I think the most common one maybe on this team that you'll see once in a while is like maybe Malamar or Ninetales. Apart from that, like every other mon on this team, you really don't see at all very much currently. I think the main thing this team really does, and I think why it actually won this league tournament or league challenge in Spain, is just mainly because of the surprise factor with this team. A lot of people don't even know how to play against it, or they don't know what it actually does. I think that's the main thing this team really does very well, as you guys will probably see once we do feature the team as well in some of these matches. But that's the Dedenne. I think it's actually the first time I've actually featured Dedenne on a VGC team. I don't even remember the last time I've used this thing on VGC, just because it's just such a bad mod. It has okay speed, but apart from that, its stats are really bad. It's very electric typing is a good typing, but like it's just such a bad mod. Held back by bad stats. You got a Alolan Dugtrio again, which featured a Alolan Dugtrio recently. I'm not really too much of a fan of this thing. I think it's way too frail, and it does really good damage, but it gets checked pretty easily by a lot of common stuff in the format, so we're going to see how it does. And you also have the Tangling Hair on this one. This one's actually not a... There's no sand on this team, so you can't really run Sand Force. If you guys don't know what Tangling Hair does, it's pretty much if you make contact with this mon, your speed will be lowered by 1 stage. You'll probably be able to make contact with the Dugtrio, but the Dugtrio is never going to live any type of physical move, no matter what it is. But you'll still get your speed lowered. But at the cost of just one-shotting the Dugtrio most of the times. Is it really that much of a detriment getting your speed lowered if you're just going to one-shot whatever you're going against? I'm not sure. I don't think the ability is the greatest, especially on Dugtrio, but we're going to see how it does. Maybe it can come in clutch. Got the Sash Leafeon on this team with fake tears. Pretty much what you do with this thing is you put it against with the Ninetales. With Chlorophyll, you have really fast fake tears that's non-prankster, so you can use it on anything pretty much, even dark types. And then you have really powerful Heat Waves and Fire Blast that you enable. with the Ninetales. And you also have some really solid damage on your end as well with Solar Blade in the Sun and Knock Off, which is really nice. It's kind of what it really does. And they have Terra Ghost there, which I think is mainly just for fake out, so your sash doesn't get broken. I think that's kind of what it's there for. You got the Malabar on this team with Terra Fire, just mainly there to kind of set up with superpower, and that's kind of what it really does. And then you have the Ninetales with the Wylands. You also have Wylands there for the Hypnosis. Bringing, I think, the Hypnosis' accuracy from 60 up to like 67%, I think, is what it brings it up to with a Wyland. So hopefully we don't have to rely on Hypnosis to win the game, because I really don't like having to rely on that move unless it's under gravity, so you have it 100% accurate, but we're going to see how that does. And then you got the Covert Cloak Noivern on this team with Telepathy. You compare it alongside like the Dedenne and the Doug Trio and just Earthquake freely without having to worry about doing damage to yourself. So it's kind of more of a supportive Noivern. It's there for the Tailwind and overall just little amounts of damage, because it's not going to be very strong with no specs or Life Orb or Throat Spray or anything. So as the entire team, let's top in some games this team does. Alright, here the game. We're going against a Regulation G team. We're going to see if this team can actually take this shit on, because it's going to be our huge task to try to win this one, I can guarantee you. Going to Grafai, Kyogre, Talonflame, Arclodon, Landorus, Eye, and Goodra. Hisui and Goodra, so this is a match I really want Ninetales. I think Ninetales looks really nice here. I think Leafeon also looks really good. I think I kind of want Doug Trio here. Doug Trio also looks really nice. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to lead Leafeon Dedenne, I think I'm going to lead with. I'm going to bring the Doug Trio in the back, and then I'm going to bring the Ninetales. I think that's what I really want here. I think worst case scenario is if he sets up Tailwind or if he Scarf Kyogre, because I have no Wide Guard on this team, so I kind of get screwed over by like Sand Steer Storm and like Water Spout garbage. I don't know, I'm kind of going into this with a lot of low expectations. I'm not expecting too much versus a Regulation G team, so. Landorus, okay. This ain't too bad, I guess. My only issue is like I don't want to throw the Sun up because he can go right into Kyogre, which I think he probably has in the back if he has Arclodon here. That's my main issue. I think I just knock off into Landorus here. And like I don't know if I outspeed Lando here. I just don't want to get one-shotted. I don't know, this is a really bad lead for me. I was hoping he would lead Kyogre, just so I can get rid of his weather right away. I don't really have much on this team for Landorus too, like coming to think of it. Like my main thing for Landorus would have probably been like, I guess Noivern, but even then I don't really do much damage back to it. So this team doesn't really have much for Landorus, unfortunately. I'm gonna go into Ninetales here. I think I'm probably about to catch a Sand Steer Storm to the face. Knockoff literally does nothing. He's a choice Scarf. Lando, okay. No poison. Flash Cannon, that's fine. Does nothing. So I think what he does here is he switches Landorus out into the Arclodon. He goes for Electro Shot here. I think that's kind of what he does. Part of me wants to go for Solar Blade again, but I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go for Fake Tears onto the Arclodon. And I'm just going to Heat Wave here. I think Kyogre comes in, though. Yeah, here comes Kyogre. He's actually going to switch the Arclodon out instead. That's so good. Like, without Sun, too, he outspeeds me. Heat Wave is literally going to do nothing. Yeah, that literally does like 2 damage. And like, I don't know if I really want to get my Sun back up, I'm kind of forced to sack the Doug Trio here. Is it really worth getting my Sun back up, just sacking Doug Trio? I'm not sure. I'm going to go into the Dene here. I think the Landorus probably outspeeds me though. Let's see if it actually does outspeed. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm kind of forced to sack it off. Like what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna go for this charge. I could volt switch too. I guess I could volt switch the Dedenne out, but I think I'm just gonna discharge here, and then I'm just gonna go for the play out to the Doug Trio, and hope that he doesn't target down the Doug Trio, and I do enough damage to the Kyogre where I can live a water spout. But it's a Doug Trio, like it literally has no defense. I think probably. Oh yeah, she just protects. Okay. So I literally don't do anything here. So I pretty much probably just die to a Sludge Bomb, and he outspeeds me, and I get one shot at. I don't know. I get my weather back though. I guess. I get my weather back, but I'm Choice Banded. I don't really want to lock myself into Earthquake. I really don't. He's gonna switch out the Kyogre here though. I kind of want to just hypnosis the Landers here. I gotta force. I'm kind of forced to lock myself into a ground type move here. I'm gonna go Terra Ground, Stomping Tantrum onto the Kyogre here. I think he switches into Arclodon, or he switches out here to get his weather back eventually. Goes into Goodra, so the Doug Trio actually looks really good this match. As long as I can get rid of the Landers, there's still a chance I can maybe win. This match is going to come down to like Hypnosis too, if I can land Hypnosis. Yeah, just straight up one-shots him, so... Gonna be getting his stuff back. He just goes for Sandsear Star. I'm pretty sure that actually probably kills me. It does. So there's no way I win now because I'm locked into Stomping Tantrum. Kind of sucks. And this Doug Trio, I think it normally as a learn move it does get Rock Slide, but I don't think I have Rock Slide on this one. Bro, I'm curious though. Like I want to see how much a Stomping Tantrum does to Kyogre though. A Terra Ground, Choice Bandits, Stomping Tantrum. How much do I do to a Kyogre? I'm just curious. I think Garchomp would have did a little bit more damage. I think you're lacking. I think you're a little bit lacking. I think if it was Garchomp, I think it would have one-shotted him. I don't know. That's kind of the main problem with this team. This team is, I mean, I'm not going to really take this match into consideration this much because you're not, this team ain't meant to go against Regulation G shit, but just judging that this team isn't really even doing that good into Regulation G stuff when a few of the other, like, Regulation H teams that we still use, they at least have somewhat of a fighting matchup in some of these teams, isn't really that good of a sign. But, I don't know, I'll probably just always want to do a video as, like, a bonus match for you guys. I don't know, we're going to try to find some more Regulation H games for sure, though. Alright, we hear another Regulation H team. One has the Tatsugiri, Pelipper, Dondozo, Sneasler, Indeedee, and Barraskewda. What I want to do here. I kind of want Tailwind. I think Malamar looks really nice here, actually. I think I'll go Malamar lead. Malamar actually looks pretty damn good here. Apart from the Dozo kind of just reducing my stats with Unaware and everything, like making that irrelevant, it's pretty good into his team. I want Ninetales, but I'm not going to really lead with it here. I think I'm just going to bring the Leafeon lead. If he leads Pelipper, I'll switch out on the Ninetales and get my, go for like Solar Blade or something, depending what he leads with. What else do I want to bring here? I don't really have much on this team that really gets like I think everything on this team literally gets one-shotted by Barraskewda in the rain. I think like literally everything on this team gets one-shotted by it. I don't know, I guess I can bring Noivern, but like Noivern doesn't really do much for me here at all though. I guess I'll bring Noivern. It's the one thing that can maybe live a hit from it, but if he's running Ice Fang, it doesn't matter. Barraskewda really just tears his team apart if I don't have my Sun up. Isn't too bad. I superpower here. I'm just going to superpower the Barraskewda. I think he switches out here. And I'm just going to detect on this turn. He could switch into Blipper here. I think he expected me to leave with Sun, so that's why he just threw out Barraskewda. We're going to see if the Malamar lives a hit here too. He's going to go Terra. Terra what? Dragon. Okay. I don't know what Terra Dragon's really supposed to be for, actually. Just, I guess, maybe for the grass resistance, I guess. Almost combat, that's a 2-hit KO. He just doubles it. He just doubles into the Malamar. Of course he does. I wish I never would have protected her. I would have went for a knockoff or something. The main problem. I'm gonna go into the Noivern here and just go for Tailwind. I'll Tailwind here. And then I'm just gonna go for knockoff here. I think knockoff, if he's at like -1 defense, might just straight up one-shot the Barraskewda, because its defense is really bad. I think he might just switch out here though, or just protect. It is a protect, that's fine. I'm assuming his last 2 mods are Prolipper and Indeedee. It has to be his last 2 mods. He actually lives. Loaded dice, what? He's Scale Shot Barraskewda. That's a new one. I've never seen that. I'll give him credit for that. That's kind of fire. I'm gonna Air Slash here, and then I'm just gonna go for knockoff again. He wants to protect to stay around to get the rain up. That's fine. He's gonna go into Blipper here. There's the Blipper. I don't know, even with a Tailwind though, like, do you outspeed Noivern? No, you don't. Does nothing though. This shouldn't really matter because he's still dead on this next turn, so... The rain doesn't really do much for him because his main rain sweeper should be dead here. I don't know how I'm going to really win this though, because like it depends on his last mod, I guess. If he has Indeedee, there's a chance I can maybe win, but it's going to be a really close game. Cool Barraskewda set though, I haven't seen that one. It doesn't really make much sense though, because you're already so speedy. You have like one of the highest speed stats in the entire format. I think it's like 136. Only thing that really outspeeds you is Dragapult. So you don't really need much more speed with Scale Shot. I understand it's maybe for coverage because there's a lot of dragon types and stuff in the format, but even still, I think you're better off just running Choice Band and just full sending or like Life Orb and going full send. Cool set though. I'll give him credit for trying to experiment with something new. I haven't seen that before. Now I outspeed. I'm doing pretty good here with like outspeeds. I have Tailwind plus Chlorophyll going. I don't know, the question is, do I go for Fire Blast here and just try to one-shot the Sneasler here, or do I just go for Heat Wave? I think I'm just gonna go for Fire Blast. We're gonna YOLO a Solar Blade here. I think he switches out the Blipper here. He goes into Indeedee here, so he's gonna get his. I think with maybe a Psychic Seed, he might live this. He might live a Fire Blast actually with a Psychic Seed boost. I'm hoping he doesn't though, because if I can just oh, he just protects. That's fine. That's fine then. That's fine by me. On this next turn, I'm gonna go Terra Ghost. So what it just does to Indeedee. There's still a chance I can win. The match ain't unwinnable. It's Rocky Helmet, so he breaks my Sash. My only major issue is now if he switches out into Blipper again, like my main thing to deal with the Sneasler is fire type moves and it gets reduced. So like, do I try to go for Hypnosis here and to put him to sleep? I think that's what I have to try to do. I'm going to Hypnosis, and then I'm going to go Terra Ghost knock off into the Indeedee here. Yeah, because here comes Blipper again. I got to try to put him to sleep. I think that's my only way to really win this. And like double into everything else on his team, and hopefully he stays asleep for at least 2 turns. That literally does nothing too. That literally does nothing. I land the Hypnosis, so that's nice. I don't know, my only major problem is like I literally... I mean, I guess I can go for fake tears. I guess I'm forced to go for like fake tears spam. I think that's what I have to do here. Like I'll Heat Wave here, but it's resistant on both things, and I gotta go for like fake tears. Fake tears onto like the Blipper here. Try to stay in this. I don't know, I think even at like -2, I think he lives a Heat Wave though. Yeah, easily lives. I think with the Ninetales dying here, like there's no way I win this. There's another match, like this team really struggles with weather. Like that's the main thing I've been facing with this team, especially in some of my testing games. If they have like something that like on Sneasler, this team really struggles with too. This team really struggles with Sneasler, which is like on almost every team. And if they have some type of other weather, this team just struggles because it's so reliant on the weather. That's another problem this team really has. I don't know, like, what do I do here? Like, I don't think there's any way I win this. Like, I can knock off, but I don't think it's going to do that much damage. I'll knock off, and hopefully it does enough damage. And he gets the first turn wake up, or the second turn wake up too, and I still lose, so. He gets the crit rock slide. I don't think it really matters either, because he outspeeds me here. If he lands rock slide, he still wins. Plus, he has Rocky Helmet and Indeedee, and the Rocky Helmet damage kills me here, so there's literally no way I can win this. I just surrender. There's literally no way I win. That sucks. I think that him doubling into the Malamar there, too, on the first turn really didn't help, because Malamar was really crucial winning this game, but... it would rely on me getting set up, and like if I wasn't able to get set up anyways, it still really didn't do much, so I don't know. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we hear another Regulation G team. Who's running Galarian, Weezing, Regigigas, Calyrex, Rillaboom, Urshifu, and Incineroar. So it's actually a really good game for the Malamar here for sure. Malamar is really good into my opponent's team. What else do I want to bring here? I don't think I'm going to lead Malamar though, actually. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lead Noivern and I'm going to lead Dog Trio. Noivern Dougie looks really nice here. What else do I want to bring? What else do I want to bring here? Part of me kind of wants Sun. I'm bringing Malamar for sure. I don't know if I should just bring Ninetales this game though, just kind of make it a little bit better of a matchup into the Rillaboom. I think I'll just bring the solo Ninetales here. And I guess if he has Urshifu as well, I can reduce his damage, which might be helpful. Not that anything on this team really is going to live much from an Urshifu, but I can try to reduce some of his damage. This is why I wanted to leave with this, because I had a feeling he was going to leave with this Weezing Regigigas garbage, so this is actually a pretty good matchup to me. I just go for Tailwind here. Tailwind, I think I just lock myself into Earthquake. He probably has Drain Punch on his Regigigas. Okay, that tells me he probably has Drain Punch. See what a Bandit Earthquake does, though. That really doesn't do that much. High horsepower one-shots me. Is that a surprise? Probably not. I don't have Contrary either, because now the main problem is, like, I don't know how to break through the Wheezing because I'm not going to have any Contrary here. I don't have Contrary because of the gases on the field. I think I had double into Wheezing here. Let's go for Heat Wave. I get a crit, that helps. If I can get a flinch too, that'd be great. Heat Wave does nothing. I get a flinch, that's huge. I think he actually just protects here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go for Air Slash onto Regigigas, and I'm just going to go Heat Wave here again. I think he protects. There it is. I think an Air Slash plus a Heat Wave here should at the very least get rid of the Regigigas. If I can land it. Okay, good. Get that thing out of here. So I'm assuming he has Regigigas, probably Calyrex in the back, and then probably Incineroar if I were to guess. I don't think he brought the Rillaboom. There's Calyrex, okay. I have a few options here. I think with the Tailwind, I think I have Tailwind up still for one turn, right? I have one turn of Tailwind here. Question is, I think I'm forced to Air Slash the Wheezing here. The question is, do I try to get rid of the Wheezing or do I go for Hypnosis? Onto the Calyrex and hope I land. I think that's what I do. I gotta put this thing to sleep. I think with a Tailwind I should be able to outspeed him. We're gonna find out here though. It's Terra Water, okay. I don't see very many Terra Water Calyrex. I'm hoping he flinches again. That'd be great. I land the Hypnosis. Perfect. Perfect. Can I get a flinch again? If I can get a flinch here, that'd be great. So I can get a free Tailwind up. I get a flinch. Okay, we're doing really good. The luck's in our favor, y'all. The luck's in our favor. So I can Tailwind here again, and then he's forced to protect. So I can just go for Heat Wave here for some chip and break a possible Sash. He surrenders! He surrenders because he got flinched to death. Get fucked. I'll take a surrender rage quit. That's pretty much what that was. He could still win there, but he was like, yeah, I'm sick of getting flinched, and you landed the Hypnosis on me. I'm done. I don't even want to play this. I'll take that. I'm not going to complain. I still think I would have lost that. Like, if he would have just stayed and tried to play the match out, I think I still would have lost in the long run. I'll take, like, kind of a rage quit surrender there, though. That's fine. I'll see you guys in one final game. Alright, we're in another game. One has the Sneasler, Indeedee, Frozlass, Alolan, Ninetales, Dragonite, and Delphox. So, like, kind of like a snow hybrid Psy-Spam team, pretty much. It's another match where Malamar looks really, really good. Malamar looks really, really good here. What else do I want to bring? I kind of want to bring... I kind of just really want to lead, like, Noivern here for Tailwind. And just lead Malamar. That's how good it really is. I'm going to bring the Ninetales to switch weather in the back. I think I'd bring Dug Trio here, I think, is my last mon. Alright, I can get a free Tailwind up here, so that's fine. Start setting up some stats. Like, he can't touch me with Expanding Force, and I guess he can go for, like, a Fire-type move, but I don't know how much that's really going to do to me. It depends on his set, too. I'm also Terra Fire, which I could go for, but I don't really want to get rid of my Dark typing here. I really don't. I could just Protect here too, actually. See what he wants to go for. That way the Noivern can attack on this next turn and also do some damage. I'm going to throw Chop here, though, I think. I'm going to throw Chop into the Delphox. Helping Hand. Okay, that's a bit scary. With a Tailwind, though, I might actually be able to outspeed him. Ooh, how much is going to do to him? Just one-shots him. Perfect. Perfect. I was scared of the Follow Me. I think Follow Me would have been a better play on his part. It's fine by me. I think if he's running terrain, he probably has Sneasler too, which is going to come in right now. There it is. So, a little bit scary, but like if I can get my stats rolling with superpower here, it's not really that much of an issue. I'm just going to go for the Air Slash here. Then I could go for Throw Chop again, but I'm just going to superpower here to get some stats. He's going to Protect. Okay. Okay. Give me a free +2 boost. Oh, he has Trick Room. So because I have Tailwind up now, I think he's going to be faster, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case, because if he's Unburdened Sneasler, he still might actually outspeed the Malamar, so that might actually screw him over there, actually. I'm going to Air Slash here. I don't think he has anything to one-shot both of my mons anyway, so I don't really care. Let's go to Superpower again. Psychic's not one-shotting me. Yeah, because now with Trick Room, I actually outspeed his Sneasler. So that's kind of clutch. I'm able to get a free boost again before he even attacks me. I don't know if Trick Room was really the play there, bro. Without a Psychic Seed, I think Air Slash would have one-shot him, but since he has the Seed boost, he lives. I don't know. I think what I do here is I just Draco. I drop a Draco onto the Dragonite here. He might go Terra, but I just throw a Chop here, I think. He surrenders. He's like, yeah, there's no way I win. It's like, no way I win here. He's the Malamar I can't break through at this point in the game. The Malamar pretty much wins. Just gives up. Okay. I think my opponent may play some bad plays there, though. I think Trick Room wasn't the play. I think he should have followed me on turn 1, too. That was the main issue. That was a really rough turn 1 for him. Because, like, Delphox is pretty good into my team, but, like, he has to play it really well to actually do damage and get some value out of it. Not really what he did. Let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, this has to be, like, the most out-of-the-ordinary team that I've probably played that has some type of results. I'm being real with you guys. I don't even know how this team won. Like, was it the league tournament or whatever it was for Spain? Or, like, placed top 2. I think I don't know if it won or if it placed top 2. I really don't know what type of teams this thing was going against, though. Because, like, if it was going against, like, a lot of other, like, really oddball teams like this one, like, maybe you could argue it won because of that. But, like, I really don't know how this team won that tournament. If it was, like, all, like, your typical copy-paste regulation age teams that you just find out in like almost every other game on the ladder. I really don't. Like, this is probably the most underwhelming team with results that I've played in like a long time. The Dedenne, like, it's really cool, but the reason why nobody uses Dedenne is because its stats are just so bad. Every time I try to use this thing, even with the choice specs, it misses out on so many KOs, and it's so frail to where, like, you throw a piece of paper at this thing, even like a strong neutral hit, and it just dies right away. Like, it's just so difficult to make the Dedenne work or actually get value more than one turn out of it with how bad it really is. And then even then, like, most of the time you do some damage with it, but, like, it's not enough to really get a KO or, like, turn the match in your favor in any type of way. Unless your opponent just lets it freely sit and do damage the entire time, which never happens. Kind of the same thing with the Dugtrio. The Dugtrio isn't as bad because it actually has a pretty good typing currently in the format, because ground types, funny enough, are actually pretty good currently because there's a lot of steel types and stuff running around that it's pretty good versus. So it ain't the worst thing ever, but like having to lock yourself into like either Earthquake or like Stomping Tantrum a lot of the time kind of holds it back in a few cases. There's a few games where I had to lock myself into like a ground type move, and like if they have a flying type or end up like something that's able to dodge the ground type moves and you can't hit them, being locked in, like you just instantly lose that way if it's like your last mon. So got to be really careful of that. I mean, I think the best thing on this team is probably the Malamar, if I'm being real with you guys. I think the Malamar, out of everything on this team, if you can get it set up properly, I think it actually has the most potential to actually put in work. The rest of the team I don't really know about very much, though, because it's really situational. Like, this team really struggles with Sneasler, too, is another problem this team really has. Like, you have Dugtrio and you have a few things that kind of check it, but if it's unburdened, it outspeeds this entire team unless you have Tailwind on a lot of this stuff. And a lot of these mons on this team are more of your middle tier speed ranges. So even with Tailwind, with an unburdened boost, if they run like max speed Jolly, they still outspeed even a lot of stuff on this team with Tailwind, which kind of sucks. So, and like another thing this team really struggled with is like a lot of your rain teams or like any weather teams. I went against the sand team and I got fucking wrecked by it. It was a funny enough, it was an Excadrill Tyranitar sand team with like, I think it was supportive Houndstone on it as well, and I got wrecked by that one of my testing games. Got absolutely destroyed by that team because I just couldn't keep my weather up the entire time and like just have a better type matchup into me. So I know this team kind of struggles with the Arclodon too. Apart from like the Dugtrio and like the Malamar, this team really struggles with stuff like Arclodon and like a lot of your typical rain teams. So I really don't know how this team really got the good as of results that it really did. Depending on what teams it was playing against, I really want to know what kind of teams this team was actually playing against and like how it won. If it was playing against like teams like this team, more of like your oddball, really unique teams, I can see maybe it winning. But like I said, if it was against like your copy paste rental teams that you see like every other game, and like with like a lot of the top usage stuff in the format currently, I don't know how this team really won. I have no idea. Not really that. I don't think this team's really that good, if I'm being real with you guys. It takes a lot. Either I'm not playing it correctly, maybe I'm just bad at playing the team. It takes a lot of effort and like a lot of setup to make this team actually do stuff, and like you're putting yourself at such a disadvantage. Like a lot of these mods on this team already. Some of these mods, like the Dedenne, for example, really isn't that good currently. And like it's good into certain things, like it's some of your rain matchups, like your slower rain teams and a few other things, but even then it's just so frail to where like you got to play it really good, otherwise you just get one-shotted, that type of thing. And like you also rely on weather with the Leafeon and a few other things. Like there's stuff that this team just relies on too much, where it's just really easy to counter by your opponents. And if they counter it, if they throw a wrench into your plans, then like everything just falls apart. The main thing this team has going for it is the surprise factor. I think that's what this team really has going for it. Apart from that, I just don't think it's that good. If you can catch your opponents off guard with like a surprise factor and kind of leverage that in a lot of your games, you will win some of them. But if you can't get your opponent off guard with like a surprise factor, they know what you're going to mainly try to do, then you just kind of fall over and it's really difficult to win a lot of your matches. So I don't know, I think that's the main thing the team really has going for it, is the surprise factor. Apart from that, I just don't think it's really that good. The results might be different, because somebody will be in the comments like, oh, this team plays top 2, man, you can't argue with results. Well, just because it plays top 2 doesn't mean the teams are that good, depending on what it's going against as well. I don't know any of the other teams that even went against, so if anybody knows, let me know in the comments down below. But at least when I played this team, especially on all the other Regulation H teams I played, not counting the Regulation G teams, because I know people like to say that I judge these teams based off of going against other Regulation G and F teams, which I don't do. I've never done that. Going against all the other current Regulation teams that this team is meant for and meant to play against, I just don't think it's that good, at least from my experience of what I play with the team. So I know it's more of a surprise factor team, and if you can leverage that, you can maybe get a lot of your wins that way. Apart from that, I just don't know. It takes a lot of skill to really use and a lot of stuff to make it work. So fun team though, a lot of really oddball stuff. One of you guys are going to see a Dedenne on a team and a few other really crazy things. If you guys want to use it, rental code up in the corner, paste down below. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody.